Authorities have arrested an undocumented immigrant in Denver who was wanted for an aggravated homicide in Mexico.
ICE agents arrest another suspected member of the TDA gang in Aurora.
The suspect being taken into custody. They say the person was in the U.S. illegally from Venezuela and is a suspected member of Tren de Aragua. He's charged with property damage and domestic violence.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. How many people are getting attacked? The children.
What are you sorry about, Selena Gomez? You need to take your own advice. Listen to that song on loop. Calm down. Calm down. She looks like she's like half sedated in that song. She needs that song. ICE raids continue in Colorado. Law enforcement doing their job.
We're here today to conduct an at-large enforcement operation looking for Tren de Agua, the gang members here from Venezuela. Unfortunately, we have to come to the communities because we don't get the cooperation that we need from the jails. It would be so much easier and so much safer for our officers and agents if we could take these people into custody from a safe environment. But if we have to come out in the community to do this, that's what we're going to do. I want to thank our interagency partners. We've got U.S. Marshals, we've got FBI, we've got DEA, we've got ATF, we've got CBP, along with all my folks from ICE. Very, very grateful to have this level of cooperation, and this is something that is just going to continue. As long as there are bad guys in the streets, we're going to be out here arresting them and making sure we're keeping these communities safe.
Doing the job that was passed by Congress to do. But you would think, according to Hollywood, that the world is over, right? According to Hollywood, a lot of artists that I love, by the way, because I'm an acting teacher and director, and a lot of stay-at-home moms. It seems like it's gone totally over their head. They've totally missed the plot. And God, I love some of these people, but God bless them. They have totally missed the plot. Hollywood is melting down over the government doing their job. It's as if they're not used to the government doing their job. Wait a minute. I see what's happening here. Sarah Haines doesn't even understand who these people are. Well, guess what, Sarah Haines? Tom Homan knows who they are. Tom Homan knows exactly who they are. Let's listen to her.
Look at these flights where they are deporting people back to their origin nation. We don't know who they are, and that's where I'd like to see more transparency. If indeed, right now, everyone on these flights is a violent criminal, I think we can all agree everyone thinks they should leave the country. We were saying that this morning. It's common sense. But what we're not getting is a breakdown of who these people are.
A gang in Aurora. This 1 week after more than 40 people in the country illegally were arrested in an Adams County raid.
If you're finding value in this video, please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. It helps the algorithm and all that. And we know that the people crying over this want to cancel me because I just lost the plot on this totally.
Thank you so much for being here, Tony. Did they find the people they were targeting?
Well, we don't know the answer to that yet. I'm sure they did get some. We're also sure they did not get all. My good afternoon. About 5 hours ago, eight men came out of those doors behind me in handcuffs, detainees. It was a well-orchestrated, well-planned event involving Immigration and Customs Enforcement, the DEA, Homeland Security, and the FBI. They shut off about 4 square blocks around here. We've got some video we'd like to show you. But several operations have been ongoing all morning, more than a half dozen in the metro area. They were targeting, as you said, about 100 was the number they were looking to get. We have an interview with the special agent in charge of ICE later on this afternoon. We're going to get those answers. But we also talked to neighbors here, and one gentleman came up to us, and he's lived here for more than a dozen years, and he talked about how he really appreciated what happened because for months and months, because of the people and many individuals living in this apartment complex, he has not felt safe. So here's what he had to say.
Okay, before we check in with one of Denver's finest here, this guy, he's probably a young guy. These streets out here, they roughen you up. Hardcore criminals out here in the streets, shooting up every place and stabbing people. It's not funny, not cool. And a lot of them are illegal immigrants. Am I saying all immigrants are like that? Absolutely not. That's where the celebrities are missing the plot. We've never said all immigrants are like that. But in order to go after these said immigrants, we have to have some rules, some law and order. And the simpler way is to say you have to be here legally. That's the first rule. Over legally. If you come over legally, there's no problem. But remember when Trump said that these gang members make our criminals in the States look like teddy bears?
Hey, I feel glad that somebody's finally doing something about this place. You know, I got 13 grandkids. I got 4 children.
An iguana.
You know, we walk by here every day, you know, and they're scared to come out of the house. I mean,
and that part's sad. I'm not making fun. I like this guy. It is sad. It's hard out here. I mean, it's scary. I hear gunshots all the time, but a sanctuary city like Denver is it's just off the hook, horrible.
A second victim is coming forward after multiple drivers were shot at on I-225 and I-25. Thanks for staying with us on 9 News at 3. I'm Sam Shocker.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Now, the shootings happened early Wednesday morning. Denver police just released new information within the last few hours.
9 News reporter Amanda Gilbert broke the story yesterday and spoke to a second victim this afternoon.
Will is a University of Denver student who was headed to his friends when this happened. He doesn't want his last name revealed because he's scared. I was the first reporter on this story yesterday. We showed you these pictures of Will's car and of another victim, Terrell Padilla's car. Denver police are now saying the shootings happened between 1 and 5:30 Wednesday morning in southeast and northwest Denver. I spoke to Will about what went through his head when 6 bullets hit the back of his car.
I mean, I knew it was a gunshot immediately. So it was like oh crap, I just got shot at. And then it was like, why did I get shot at? You know, like it wasn't like road rage. It's not like I cut anybody off. There was nobody on the road.
No bullets were found in Will's car, just the damage to this exterior. Denver and Aurora police are investigating between 4 to 5 incidents. And we have reached out multiple times in the past 2 days. I've been trying to learn a suspect vehicle description, what type of weapon was used, exact locations. Denver police just say they're making progress and they are not aware of any incidents since Wednesday morning. They said detectives found the suspect vehicle, but no arrests have been made.
And yet so many people with good intentions are trying to protect these people that are harming people. It's just absolutely asinine.
It's brutal. Yeah, it really is. It's brutal.
So you heard one neighbor saying thank you for what happened here in Aurora in Denver, Colorado this morning, but not everybody had that opinion. There were others that were frustrated by the imposition of the federal agents and what took place. So clearly 2 sides of that issue.
If they're shouting and helping these people get away with bullhorns, how is that legal? To get help from the people in the streets? I know they can protest, but that's not what they're doing.
You're exactly right. When they come to they cross the line of impediment, and that's why I'm working very close, starting this morning with Department of Justice, and where do they cross that line of impediment? So they may find themselves in a pair of handcuffs very soon. So working with DOJ on that, get some legal guidance on that. I'm not an attorney. I know what SecOps is about. I know what crossing that line is, but getting DOJ back up on that. So it's something we're looking at right now, Harris. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. This is not a game. When we show up these sites, this is a dangerous job for the men and women of ICE and Border Patrol and all the DOJ agencies. To have that type of interference puts our officers at great risk. Not only the officers, it puts the aliens at great risk because anything can happen when we take our eyes off the goal here. So we're addressing that immediately today. I'm addressing OPSEC today. Operational security, how these leaks are happening. We've already identified how this operation got leaked. I'll deal with that today.
Message from my neighbor saying that cops were going from door to door. And then we figured out it was ICE. And about 5 minutes later, I got a knock on my own door. It was 6 o'clock in the morning. My 6 heavily armed officers demanding an ID. And then I gave them an ID so they would move on, and they asked me to tattle on my neighbors, which I didn't do. It's insulting and infuriating because I would never snitch on my neighbors. We're very scared. We're heartbroken. It's a very sad thing to see. And it's also very scary to see all of this surrounding your home.
But we do know that there are more operations planned. This is the largest operation in the metro area since the first one took place 10 days ago. That was another early morning situation that in Arapahoe County, or rather Adams County, just north of Denver. Crime. And you heard from Eric, the gentleman that lives here. He's heard gunshots. He and his family have not felt safe. And he was very pleased with the results of what happened today with the federal agencies.
It's interesting, though, how the loudest voices against law enforcement are the people that are least affected often by illegal immigration. I mean, they don't have to deal with the consequences, right? I mean, but they'll gladly virtue signal from their ivory towers. What I find interesting about this next clip is that Christy Teigan was to say empathy is real and you should never make fun of somebody for empathy. But that's exactly what she's doing. See, this is gaslighting at its finest. Gaslighting is when you pretend like something else isn't happening, that your eyes and ears don't see the truth, that they declare the truth to you. That's what Christy Teigan is doing here, because she says that basically the White House and you and I have a lack of empathy because we care about safety, because we want to make America safe again. So enter Hollywood. You know, here they come with their usual suspects of actors and musicians and social media activists, you know, always crying about these ICE raids, saying that anybody who cares about safety, anybody who has empathy for the mothers and fathers who've lost children, for the relationships who have lost somebody due to this crime, they have no empathy for them. See, so like a perfect narcissist, they tell you who to feel bad for, when to feel bad, when to care, when not to care, from their ivory tower. Watch this.
Do you have any words of support of Selena Gomez? I saw in the news that you defended her, right?
Of course, those were my words of support. I love her.
Yeah, of those White House attacks, right?
Empathy should never be frowned upon or made fun of, and the fact the White House has enough time to even make a statement or a video about it is preposterous and disgusting.
All right.
And yet she can make fun of us caring. There will be no nation at all if we continue down this path.
Lame and loser behavior. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good night, Chris.
And there's a queen narcissist right there. I mean, that is full on bully mode. Look at her. She doesn't get it, or she does, right? Maybe she really does, and she's that big of a narcissist. Because you'll see in a moment what the White House responded with. They responded with empathy towards the people who've lost their family members because of illegal immigration. That's what we're addressing here. And that's why the White House revealed this video, because they're missing the plot on these people. Hello, we're trying to help people to become safe again. What is the issue with that?
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. How many people are getting attacked? The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything.
So there you have it. But let's see what the White House did respond with.
Our children who were brutally murdered and raped and beat to death.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. How many people are getting attacked? The children.
Seeing that video, it's hard to believe that it's actually genuine and real because she's an actress.
Now that part I find really offensive as an acting teacher and director. Because see, Selena, this proves that even celebrities need an acting teacher. Selena, I'll help you to be more believable, because this poor mother who just lost her child thinks that acting equates to being fake and phony. And that's a shame, because good acting, you're believable and real. But that was some really bad acting. Yowza.
I don't know who you're crying for. What about our children who were brutally murdered and raped and beat to death and left on the floor by these illegal immigrants?
I just feel like it's a ruse to deceive people and to garner sympathy for lawlessness.
I wish I could do something, but I can't.
My daughter was a child. There's many other children whose lives were taken due to people who crossed here illegally.
They didn't cry for our daughters.
No one has stood up except for us mothers to cry out about our children.
I am so happy that Trump won. I am so glad that this is one of the first bills to help with immigration.
It's only been 2 weeks, if that, since he's been in office, and he's taking accountability and he's making moves and he's making things happen.
President Trump genuinely cares for the American people, and he cares for the American family.
I truly appreciate everything Donald Trump has done.
We stand with President Trump and make America safe again.
Exactly right. We stand with President Trump to make America safe again for everybody. It's not about compassion with the left and the people who are gaslighting. It's not compassion with them, because otherwise they would have a real conversation with the people who are concerned, with the real people that this has been affecting. It's scary. I was actually relieved when I saw ICE. It's sad that I see on Ring App people are coaching people on how to hide, because that doesn't help anything. It really doesn't. They're not going after families. Now, just come here legally, and then you won't get mixed up with criminals who are doing really bad things after they come here illegally. I mean, that's just simple. Let's listen to what Tom Homan has to say. Ice, ice, baby.
I don't know if you've had a chance to see a video that has been going viral over the past hour or so. We're still working to clear it and show it. In fact, the Hollywood celebrity who posted it has now deleted it. I think because probably she faced a lot of backlash for it, noting even the New York Times and Fox News polls show that a majority of American respondents are in favor of deportations of criminals and gang members. She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, "All my people are getting attacked," with the picture of a Mexican flag. Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going.
How can you really argue with that if you have any common sense? This is about safety. So if you really want to have compassion and empathy, have empathy that people are trying to make this a safe place again. Denver, Colorado was relatively safe. It really was. Of course, like any city, you have to be smart. But I'm seeing people dying of fentanyl overdose on the street. I'm literally seeing this in real time. So the people who are saying, no, it's not happening, I go, I see this with my own eyes. I hear it with my own ears. Gunshots every single night is not okay. It's not okay to be scared to go to the grocery store. I mean, aware is one thing, but knowing that there's gunshots, open fire day and night, it's not okay. Those aren't good people. People need to be looked at. Every nation has a right to defend its borders. Every nation does defend its borders. That's the other thing that's so confusing. Other nations do this. Why is it that America is so bad that we want to also be safe? There's nothing wrong with having a safe border. There's nothing wrong with looking at the fact that crime has made a major uptick in the last few years, even though we've been gaslit to believe otherwise. We have eyes, we have ears. And some people, unfortunately, their entire lives have been changed because of this illegal immigration.
Now, ICE agents and officers with the U.S. Marshals Service took 27-year-old Luis Fernando Melendez Rivera into custody on Friday. Officials say the Mexican national lawfully flew from Denver International Airport in September of 2022 and has been living in the United States for more than 2 years. He's now being held at an ICE facility and will stay there until he's removed. Now,
I wonder who flew him in. I mean, that's what's also crazy. So for those of you who might not understand where some people, where a majority of the country is coming from, it's like, no, we don't want to actually pay for these criminals. I mean, give me a break. And now we have to figure out a solution, and Homeland Security has, ICE has, Tom Homan has, Donald Trump has, the American people have come up with a solution, which is let's make America safe again. Finding value out of this video, by the way, please do subscribe, because it's been dangerous out here in these streets, and I'm not even kidding. So a like, a comment, a subscribe, it helped this mama out a lot. Thank you very much. And it also helps everybody because we spread this information. So
One of the agency's field directors also released a statement that says, quote, "The message is clear. You can't commit heinous crimes in your country and hide out in ours." It goes on to say that our agents and our partners performed exemplary by removing this significant threat from our street.
And there's many more. See, look at this. Illegal immigration. In order to find these people, yeah, some good people who did an illegal thing by coming here illegally are going to get caught up. So a better way is just to do it legally. I mean, look at these guys and girls. And these are not necessarily people you want to hang out with. And these, like Trump said, are the type of people that were in shackles because on the planes, because you don't really want to take a flight with these guys. I don't think that they'll be so trustworthy and feeling good about it, right? I don't think that they'll be so nice. I mean, look at this. Sarah Haines, these are the people. Are you reporting this on The View? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. And there's many more where that came from. I mean, I can hardly keep up with the news cycle because it's changing every second. There's more and more and more of these people to be found. And there's more and more people trying to hide them. I mean, really? You want these people around your kids, around your loved ones? Give me a break. I mean, should ICE be enforcing our laws? Should we be protecting our borders to try to make America safe again? Should we be targeting these criminals who we know have been convicted in other countries and sometimes, you know, under other aliases and things, and they're here illegally and maybe we're flown in? Should we be targeting them? Or should we be trying to protect them because otherwise you think you're racist? Please let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to watch this other video that I have on the ICE Smackdown, then watch this video. And please do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next time.